All right, let's get right into it. If you're an investigator or a process server, you know the real work often starts after you get back from the field. I'm talking about the reporting. Today, we're going to walk through a tool that was built to fix that exact headache. A platform designed for people who need the reports to be fast, accurate, and completely solid.
So let's start by talking about something that might feel a little too familiar, what we'll call the fragile workflow. You know what I mean? It's that mix of handwritten notes, photos on your phone, and trying to remember exactly what happened when. It works, kind of, but it's fragile. It's one forgotten detail away from falling apart.
So let's just ask the question, point blank. When you sit down to write your report, how much of it is coming straight from memory? The exact times, the sequence of events, that one tiny observation that could make or break the case. If you're being honest and the answer is a lot, then your whole documentation process is on shaky ground.
Let's see if this sounds like you. Are you manually typing up reports late at night, trying to make sense of your own scribbles? Do you basically have to rebuild the entire timeline from scratch after the job is done? Maybe you're juggling a few different apps, a notes folder, a photo gallery, just for one case. And the big one, do you have to do a bunch of extra work just to get your documents ready for court? If you're nodding along to any of this, then you're going to want to see this.
Look, if your current system feels like a house of cards, you're not alone. But the good news is, it's fixable. What we're about to go through is how you can stop worrying about that fragility and build something truly rock solid and automatic.
Now this is really important, where this tool came from. This wasn't dreamed up in some tech company boardroom by people who've never served a paper in their life. No, this comes from the field. It comes from shared experience.
And this quote right here says it all. This system was built by people who get it. People who know what it's like to be under pressure, needing to get a report done right now. It means the whole thing is designed for how you actually work, not how some developer thinks you work. That's a huge difference.
So what's the big idea behind it? It's really simple. Capture what happens as it happens, timestamp it instantly, and organize everything perfectly for your report without you having to lift a finger later. And that keyword, of course, is automatically. This is all about taking human error and faulty memory out of the equation.
Okay, so we've talked about the why. Now for the fun part, the how. And you're about to see this isn't some complicated new system you have to spend weeks learning. It's a simple process that just fits right into what you're already doing out in the field.
It's literally as easy as 1, 2, 3. First, you create a new case. Seriously, it takes less than a minute. Second, while you're on the job, you log everything as it's happening. Your attempts, your GPS location, you snap a photo, you take a video. It all goes right into the case file, in real time. And then, step 3. When you're done, you hit one button. That's it. And boom, a professional, court-ready PDF report is ready to go.
And here's the proof that it really is that simple. There's no big learning curve. Most people are up and running, generating their very first real report on the same day they sign up. That's not a week of training videos, that's immediate results.
So let's circle back to that fragile workflow we talked about. How does this system make it stronger? Well, let's look at exactly which manual jobs get automated, replacing those weak spots with something you can actually rely on. This chart just lays it out perfectly. On the left, you've got the old way, the painful way. Rebuilding reports from memory, trying to remember exactly when you made an attempt, sorting through photos and videos later. On the right, that's the fix. For every single one of those manual, memory-based tasks, there's a direct, automated solution. You're not writing affidavits from scratch. They're being generated for you. It's a complete upgrade. And this is what it all adds up to. This is the goal. No more rebuilding your day's work. No more second-guessing whether you got a detail right. And most importantly, you are no longer depending on your memory when accuracy is everything. The system remembers for you.
Now you might be thinking, okay, this sounds good, but switching to a new system is always a massive pain. And you know what? You're usually right. But this is designed to be totally different. Let's talk about how you can try this out.
Yeah, just look at this comparison. Normally, you have to migrate everything, commit up front, and climb this steep learning curve. The trial for this flips that whole idea on its head. The challenge is simple. Just run your very next case on the platform. If it's not obviously better than your old way, just walk away. No harm, no foul. The whole idea is you don't learn it, you just use it. The value is supposed to be instant.
And you get a full 2 weeks to figure that out. 14 days. Plenty of time to run a case or two and see for yourself if it makes your job easier and your report stronger. And just to be crystal clear, there are no strings attached. The trial is 100% free. You don't even put in a credit card, so there's no chance of getting some surprise charge later. And of course, you can cancel anytime. It is a completely no-pressure, no-risk way to see if it works for you.
So let me just leave you with this one last question to think about. If your current system, all your notepads, your Word docs, your random folders, just vanished tomorrow, what would you actually lose? If the honest answer is pretty much everything, then that's the very definition of a fragile workflow. And maybe, just maybe, it's time to build something a little stronger.